Namaste. Welcome, fam. It's me, Will, and welcome to Free Will Yoga. This is my live Hatha Pranayama breath class. Welcome. Today is March 20th, 2024. Spring is here. Hopefully you are feeling energized. If you're in the Midwest, who knows, it might be 20 degrees or it might be 80. Here in sunny San Diego, it's a beautiful day. I am here at Valkyrie Healing Center, or might I say Valkyrie Breathing Center, here in Ocean Beach, San Diego, California. Hopefully you are well. If not, thank you for showing up for you. Before we begin our practice, I want to settle in and find a state of meditation so that we can focus in on, one, the purpose of yoga, and two, the physical aspect so that we can connect our mind, our breath into our body when we move into our asana practice, our physical practice. So, if you're at home, which you probably are watching this, and you have your place set up, find a nice comfortable seat. Again, I always encourage using blocks, using some sort of cushion to sit on and even to use for support, especially during meditation. Little health disclaimer, and understanding that this is your practice and you are responsible for your body. So first and foremost, be honest and true with where you are physically in this moment, without necessarily judging good or bad, but just understanding your strengths and perhaps even your weaknesses or your limitations. As we move into the physical practice, please understand that I try to find a middle ground so that everyone can be able to practice at least an asana practice. Anyone can practice yoga if you're breathing. So you don't have to be flexible, you don't have to be uber strong, you don't have to be this outlandish body that creates crazy shapes or inversions. You can simply sit here and breathe through the whole practice and you're doing yoga. I take that back. You are in yoga when you start to connect the mind and breath. So, that being said, please understand that it's your responsibility. Please consult your physician, a doctor, if you are coming off any surgeries. And that include eye surgery. If you're on blood pressure medicine, please be careful in understanding that inversions may cause some effects in that. Also, if you are pregnant, especially during pranayama, keep your breath continuous and easy, no retentions, no holding of the breath. And with that being said, let's get into our practice. So find a nice comfortable seat. You can cross up the legs, you can extend the legs, you can sit here like this. The key is making sure that your spine and your posture is tall, because that affects our breathing. So we're going to get into the breath and into the mind as well and find that connection. Yoga meaning union, we're going to connect the mind and the breath. Just by doing our focus onto the breath, we are creating a different energy, a different wavelength, so to speak. And we tap into a power that is outside of this world. It's actually more so on the inside. And that is really the essence in terms of the practice of yoga. Without any judgment, just full effort. And doing your best to stay in the moment. So maybe soften the gaze or find a point in front of you to focus in on. Know that there's noise outside here. There's going to be creaks. The key is to allow myself and allow yourself to stay meditative in the moment, right here, right now. The mind's going to fluctuate. It'll go here, it'll go there. You'll start thinking about what's next, or if you're wondering if you're in the right position in the body or so. Do what feels good for you, but do the best you can to stay here, present. That's part of the practice, big part of the practice. So let's find our breath. Nice tall spine. Relax the core muscles here. And as you take an inhale, breathe into the core. So muscles are relaxed, and we allow the diaphragm to fall and open so we can allow air and oxygen to fill up the lungs. So take a full inhale and send your air, your oxygen all the way up to the collarbones, around through the back and the ribs, and then exhale. I'm going to take a few breaths through the mouth and be aware of how much air comes in and notice the quality of your breath. So fill up, inhale, relax the core, allow the air to flow in and expand. Exhale. So what's happening is that diaphragm now is coming up and it's contracting the core muscles as we squeeze the toxins and some of that carbon dioxide out of the blood system in the body. And then we inhale, fill up, expand, exhale. Now find a nice smooth rhythm as you inhale, expanding. The deeper the inhale, the more oxygen we can and nutrients gets through the body. And we allow that exhale to calm the body and toxin free. Now, let's change our breath to the nose, which is really the most effective and the best way to breathe, especially just throughout your day. Because we have these natural filters that filters in that air, cleanses it, warms the air, and allows that fresh oxygen air to flow through the body, through the lungs, to the heart, and down through all of the cells in the body. So nose breathing is what I would say is preferred and probably the best. So let's take an inhale. Maybe press the tongue on the top of the roof of your mouth here. Seal the lips. Relax. Inhale. Exhale. Now see, notice if you can take in more oxygen with the nose, breathing through the nose. So inhale, relax the core, expand through the ribs, lift up through the chest, and exhale. Let it finish nice and easy and smooth. No forcing of your exhale. Inhale. Fill up. Exhale. Inhale. And release it. Exhale. So allow your transitions to be smooth and easy. Calm inhale. Expanding. Easy exhale. Release it. Allow that to be your guide and your focus. I will help you with that. Let's begin to move our body. On the inhale, we'll circle the arms up overhead. Take a deep, full, expansive inhale. On the exhale, you'll practice the elbows and spread the heart, bringing the elbows towards the small of the back. Maybe the gaze goes up. Then inhale to reach. Let's do that again. Exhale, open up. We spend so much time looking down at our phones, and we contract our breath. So inhale to reach, expanding and lifting up. On your next exhale, you'll drop the right hand down to your side and find a side bend, spiraling and open up through the rib cage here. The intercostal muscles, the muscles in the ribs will help us expand and take in more breath. We don't just breathe up and down, and breathe out as well. Maybe a little reach further. Stay rooted, so we're not coming up on the hips. We're trying to keep the hips square and reach. Stay with your breath. Inhale, come back to center, reach the arms up. Exhale, take the left hand down. Extend and send the breath up. Deep inhale through the rib cage, and then exhale. If looking up is too much, you can send your gaze down. Again, you are free to do what feels good in your body. Just do your best to keep the hips connected. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Next inhale, we'll come up, reach top. On the exhale, we'll find a twist to your right. So take the left hand to the right knee, the right hand behind the small of the back. Inhale. That expands the lungs. Exhale, soften the core as you twist. Maybe the gaze goes over that right shoulder, even peeking behind you to stretch the abs. Gentle breath. Let's come back to center on our inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale, take it to the left side. Right hand to the left knee, left hand behind the small of the back. Full expansive inhale, nice easy exhale. Maybe the gaze goes behind that left shoulder. Let's come back to center on the next inhale, reach the arms up overhead. On the exhale, relax the hands down to the side. We're going to extend the legs out in front. Find Dandasana, which is staff pose. So if you're sitting on a cushion, go ahead and remove that. Shimmy the booty muscles up underneath you, sit up nice and tall, find your sit bone. Inhale to expand through the rib cage and chest. Shrug the shoulders to the ears, let them fall down and back, hands down to the side. Now I love to do tapping to warm up the body and to move energy and to wake up all of these energetic systems that we have, the lymphatic system, the circulatory. So inhale, let's bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring the palms to heart center. Rub the palms together, create some heat and energy, and then begin to tap at the bottom of the feet, and then up the ankles. Around the hips, the lower back, around the chest, the core. And if you're ever feeling down, or a little bit of low self-esteem, you need some energy and step into your power, do that down on the chest. Body responds to that. And then give yourself a shoulder shrug, or massage here. We often hold so much of our stress, our mental stress, and even our responses to the world on the outside, we bring it up here, which restricts our breath, which takes away oxygen to our mind, which controls our emotions. And then find some taps around the jaw, around under the eyes. Give yourself a massage on the head. Easy for me to do, I don't have any hair. And then massage down the ears, nice and easy. Take a deep, full inhale and an easy exhale. Relax the hands down to the sides. Sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale to shrug the shoulders. Exhale, let them fall down and back. Again, inhale to shrug, and exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. On the exhale, find the forward fold, hinging at the waist. So you can bend at the knees and reach. So notice I'm not here like this. I'm extending the chest towards the knees. So if the knees are down, or no matter if they're up. The chin is up, and then I reach. And then find my forward fold. Use your breath here, nice and easy. Deep, full inhale. Breathe through the back body. The lungs expand through the back as well, not just the chest. Exhale, see if you can release and go a little deeper. Or just stay right there where that sensation is. Perhaps the hardest part of our practice is letting go and being content with what is, being present. You are not in competition with anyone. You are not in competition with yourself anymore. Find peace and ease with every inhale, every exhale. On your next inhale, you'll slowly rise. Reach the arms up overhead. Cactus and open. Bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers, press the arms away from you. I like to land the hands down on the mat. Lift up through the chest. Press the hips forward here, just slightly. So we're spreading through the chest and the collarbone here. Again, making room for breath and oxygen to enter the lungs. After the age of 35, our lungs start to function a lot less efficiently, especially if you're a smoker. So we have to practice and strengthen and take care of our lungs. Beautiful. Come back to center. Reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, relax the hands down to the sides. We're going to find our butterfly. So bringing the heels together, allowing the ankles to fall out, and then we bring the hips in, the feet into the core, sit up nice and tall, take a deep inhale. Find a little flap here. So notice again the spine. I'm not here like this right now. I'm sitting up nice and tall in the sit bones. Lifting through the chest, the arms are straight. Inhale to lift through the chest, the gaze goes up. And then on your exhale, I'm going to tuck my chin to the chest and then round through the shoulders and back here. Breathing through the back body. Inhale, send it through the front. Exhale, send it through the back. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and gentle. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Come back to a center. Bring the knees to touch. Give yourself a hug around the shins. Beautiful. Plant the plant your soles of the feet onto the mat. Bring the knees to touch here. Reach the arms up overhead. Bring the arms out in front of you, like so. Then you're going to drop the right arm, reach it back behind you. Keep your focus forward. Squeeze the thighs and knees. Maybe take your gaze to the back and see if you can open up and stretch through the arms here. Nice tall spine. Notice I'm not here. I need to lift up. It's okay if you don't go completely right behind, if your arm is here. Try to stretch. Deep inhale. Stay for this exhale. Come back to center. Arms extended out, and then we'll come to the other side. Inhale to lift. Stay for your exhale. See if you can stretch that back arm a little more. One more inhale. Exhale. Come back to center. Reach the arms up overhead. Cactus and open on your exhale. Reach it up on the inhale. And then on the exhale, relax the hands down to the sides. We're going to prepare for some core and hip flexor strengthening. So inhale, I'm going to lean back slightly to find my balance and then hover my feet off the mat. Lift up through the chest. You can stay here. You can bring the hands behind the thighs here, and I'm pressing the feet away from me and pulling the arms to me. That creates a counterbalance. That takes some pressure off the core in the back here. If you want to add on, you can take the shins to parallel, or you can release the hands out to the side, out to the front, behind the back. You can extend the legs straight and lift up through the chest, or you can take the peace fingers, wrap around the big toes, and then press the heels away. So here's the fun part. You can be a kid. If you're here like this, if you fall back, That's okay. Come right back up. You knock the water bottle over, it happens. Okay, come right back. Take a deep inhale. Find a focus here. Easy breath. I'm pulling and pushing. One more inhale. You got this. You can do it. Exhale. Beautiful work. Give yourself a hug around the shins. That's okay. If you ever have to fall out, don't beat yourself up. It's okay. Be in the moment. Enjoy every inhale and every exhale. Let's find our way to a tabletop. Swing the legs aside. We'll find a few rounds of cat-cow here. So my shoulders are stacked over the wrists, hips over knees. You can untuck the toes. Drop the belly, lift the gaze on an inhale. I like to rotate my elbows inward. That opens up the front body and the clavicle here. Is that inhale. And then on the exhale, press the mat away, tuck the chin and round through the back. Do that again. Inhale to open up. Exhale. Tuck the chin, hollow pull. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to a neutral. Let's warm up the wrist and fingers here. So flip one palm, fingertips towards the knee. Find some rotations here. So my palm is planted on my mat, fingertips towards the knees. The hands can come out to the side, find different variations, because our hands and wrists give us support in our asana practice, especially in certain postures. But also our hands and wrists are perhaps the eyes when knees are closed. Think about how many times you have to touch and pick up things. Let's flip it out. So the opposite hand. So bring some love and attention to the limbs that you have and what they do for you. Everything is done with the purpose of good for our bodies. We can find healing right here within. Okay, let's come back to our neutral tabletop. Take a deep inhale. We're going to drop down to the elbows into a plank. So if you have this problem, this can be a version of your high plank. So I'm going to extend the legs back behind me, come up onto the toes. I'm going to heels are going to go up, and we're going to rock back and forth, just a little stretch in the calves here. Engage the core, tuck the tailbone. You notice I'm up here, I'm going to tuck that tailbone, try to find an even line between shoulders and my hip. The more I press forward and back, I'm feeling some tension here in the shoulders. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Stay here, deep inhale. Then on the exhale, drop the hips down to the mat, untuck the toes. Press the feet into the mat. Inhale to lift up through the chest. Pressing the hips forward. Pressing the arms towards the hips, just like I'm a baby scooting forward. Exhale, release. Now plant the palms underneath you. We'll find a cobra here. So we inhale to lift, pressing the hips up. Peeling the chest off the mat, keeping the hips connected. Now, I'm not shrugging the shoulders. I'm really trying to open up through the shoulders here. Slight bend. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes. Plant your palms, elbows in tight. Lift the knees. Press up into a high plank or to your tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to find a down dog. So find an inverted V shape. So a down dog can look like so. It can look like this. If this is too much on the hands, you can always come down to the elbows and find somewhat like a dolphin pose here. You can use the blocks for support as well. If that's really tough on the shoulders, I can put my elbows here and forearms on the block. And find a down dog here. This can be a down dog. A child's pose can be a down dog. Do the best you can to keep the spine nice and long. Send the hips up. Inhale. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Take the chest towards the thigh. The heels can melt towards the mat. They don't have to touch. Full inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look up to the top of your mat. Exhale, travel to a forward fold. So maybe a step, a jump, or hop. We'll come to a forward fold here, an inversion. Stay with a nice, long, controlled breath here. If being down here is really too much, or if you got tight hamstrings, use your blocks. If the blocks aren't high enough and you're still like, my back, come here. See if you can drop down from here. Ideally, I want to take the core, connect it with the thighs, tuck the chin, and allow head, neck, and shoulders to release. Maybe grab at the ankles. Rock side to side. Take a full inhale, and then exhale. Preparing to rise here, we're going to heel toe the feet underneath you, what's comfortable for you. Hands out to the side. On the inhale, we'll take a halfway lift. So you can come up onto blocks, fingertips up the shins, hands to the hips. Okay, just a simple halfway lift, about here. You can come here. If you're coming here perpendicular, engage the core, press the hips to the back, so no rounding of the back like this. I'm shining the heart, squeezing the shoulder blades like so. Slight tuck in the chin. Exhale, release. Micro bend at the knees. Let's rise. Inhale. Deep, full inhale, expansive. Bring prayer palms to heart center. Allow the blood to flow freely here. If you ever find dizzy going from up and down, again, maybe bend at the knees and take it up one step at a time. Come back to your breath. Tadasana, hands out to the side, sit up nice and tall. We're going to do a little breath movement. Move into a little short sequence and then move into our pranayama. So inhale, circle the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus, open. Inhale to reach tall. Stay rooted into the feet. Nice, tall. Broaden through the chest. Exhale. Inhale. We're going to find a side bend to your right. As you drop the right hand down to the side, find the side bend. You can grab that wrist, open up. Maybe take the gaze up and back. Here or here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take it over to the left. Pulling on the wrist, spiraling the rib cage open here. Either dropping the hand down to the side. Gaze can go up, it can go down as well. Let's come back to center. Reach the arms up overhead. We'll cactus and open on your exhale. On your inhale, reach tall. On the exhale, we're going to find our chair pose. So the arms can be extended, framing the face. And this time we're going to bring prayer palms to heart center. We're going to sit the hips down and sit down into our chair. So notice how the knees want to gradually pull forward. I want to sit the knees back and then sit down on the hips. So you're going to feel it here in the glutes. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Cool way to do that is take your block and put it in between the thighs and then squeeze the thighs. Slightly tuck the tailbone or engage that core and then sit down. Chair pose. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Check in with the weight distribution. Make sure you can wiggle the toes here so we're not too far forward. You'll feel that burn. Breathe. That's where the power of your breath. Mind the breath. Inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, stand tall. Maybe the block drops. Exhale, open up. Beautiful. Inhale to reach. Bring prayer palms to heart center. Find your breath here. We're going to move on to our split leg series here. So, hips are square. Stand at the top of your mat. Hands down to the side or prayer palms to heart center. On the inhale, lift up through the chest. On the exhale, send the right foot back into a lunge here. Okay? So now, my hips are square. If you have to widen the track to find your balance, if you ever feel like, ah! No judgment. That's a part of yoga. We let that go. Allow the body to find its way. Be childlike. So, you good? Knees stacked over ankle. I'm really extending up in the hips. So I'm not really pressing down here. I want to be active in my right quad. Lift up through the chest. Tuck the tailbone slightly to engage the glutes. You can be here just like this. High crescent. Reach the arms up overhead. Take an inhale. Exhale, cactus and open. Inhale to reach. Hips stay square. On your exhale, you're going to lower down to frame this left foot. Take the blocks if you need that, or go all the way down. Now we're in our low lunge. You're going to plant your palms and step back into your down dog. Nice and easy today. Take a deep inhale. Open mouth exhale. Spread the fingers wide. Inhale, look up top of your mat. Exhale, travel to a forward fold. Release the neck and head. Tuck the chin. Find a halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Let's rise, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, send the energy up. Urdhva Hastasana. Anuvatasana as we open up to the heart space. Inhale to reach. Bring your prayer palms to heart center. Equal standing pose. Relax the hands down to the sides or on the hips. Okay, the opposite leg. So I'm stepping my right foot back. Excuse me, my left foot back. Whichever opposite leg you've done. And now I've got the front leg, the knees stacked over the ankle, the back leg is active. I'm not dumping my weight in. I'm trying to keep the shoulders stacked over wrists, keep the energy in the center. So I got energy happening right here in my quad. My back glute is really engaged. This front hip flexor is ready to go. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, cactus and open. Inhale to reach up. On your exhale, lower down, frame that right foot or that front foot. Again, you can use the blocks. Step back into a down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look up to the top of your mat. Exhale, step, jump, or hop to a forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale, flat back. Notice that, flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Take your energy up. Take a full inhale, expand through the rib cage. Exhale, open up through the heart. Reach it up, inhale. Bring the palms back to heart center. We're going to go into our warrior series, opening up the hips. So I'm going to take a big step back into my high crescent. Now I'm going to take my back heel and spin it down onto the mat. Okay? So when I do so, my foot is at the parallel is lined up parallel to the back of the mat. The front foot is facing straight ahead. So this hip is open, this hip is facing forward. Pressing through the pinky edge of this back foot, I can open up to where my knee is stacked over my ankle. Till my belly button is going out to the side, I tee the arms out. Gaze goes over the middle finger, warrior two. Virabhadrasana. Notice if this front knee starts to collapse. So I want my heel to align with my back arch. Sometimes I might see this, nice and tall, tuck the tailbone. So notice what happens with my knee, it starts to go in. I want my knee to stay same direction as my toes. Keep this open. If this starts to collapse, open up through that hip. Turn the shoulders, reach, sit down. Warrior two. Virabhadrasana. Shrug the shoulders, exhale. Find a point of unwavering focus and stay with your breath here. Beautiful. We're going to transition to reverse our triangle. So flip the palm and then straighten that front leg. So here, straighten the front leg. Hips are exactly where they were. And then I sweep up and back. Back arm comes down the leg or wraps behind the small of the back here. Again, spiral the rib cage open to breathe in here. Expand. Inhale. Sometimes I might see this with that front arm. Really extend. You're really lengthening. Being active. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to standing, and then exhale, find your warrior two. On your next inhale, bring the palms up overhead, straighten the legs. Rotate that front foot to parallel with the back. Hips are square. Exhale, bring the arms out to a T. Turn that opposite foot, open up. Knee comes over ankle. Pressing through the back edge, this back foot is already parallel. Lift up through the chest, sit down a little deeper. The gaze goes over the middle finger. Stay in your breath. Notice that front knee, make sure you open up. You can just rotate your heel away, and that opens up the hip. Or the heel inward. Stay with your breath. Now flip the front palm, straighten that leg, sweep it up and back, reverse your triangle. Again, the hand can come down here. Gaze can go up or down. Hand behind the back if you want to find a bind. Really spread and open up through the side body. Reach. No here, really reaching with the arm. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Arms out to the T, find your warrior two. Beautiful. Straighten that front leg, palms to touch. Rotate the legs, or the foot. Feet are parallel now. Arms out to a T. Lift the arms up, palms up. Exhale, find a forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. You can use your blocks here. Drop the head, neck, and shoulders. You can reach underneath. You can take the hands, press the palms. Deep breaths here. Keep it smooth. You can plant the left palm underneath. The right palm underneath the face. Reach the left arm up. Try to do your best to stack the shoulders, opening up. And then release it down, we'll switch it out. Be active here. Again, you can use the blocks. Exhale, release. Arms out to a T. Lift up through the chest. Rise. You can bend at the knees. Heels in, toes out, star pose. Open up. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, bring the palms to touch. Heels in, knees out. Palms to heart center for your horse pose. Maybe rock side to side. Bring the hands to the inner thighs. Drop one shoulder and then the other. Beautiful. Let's come back to center. Dip the hips a little deeper. Inhale to rise. Use your core and glutes. Reach up. Bring prayer palms to heart center. Heel toe the feet back together. Come back to equal standing pose. Inhale. Exhale. Hands down to the sides. Let's take a deep inhale. And an exhale. Got to get in our balancing today. So bring the palms to heart center. We're going to find Ekapada Tadasana. That's one-legged mountain pose. So inhale to reach the arms up. On the exhale, you want to sit down into your chair pose. Find airplane arms. Arms extended out behind. We're going to do the right side. So root down through your left and inhale, lift the right foot up. If this is right here where you are today, this is it. If you're falling, do the work to find your way. It's okay. Arms come up overhead. Ideally, we want to try to get the knee to hips height, flex the toes. Lift up through the chest, bring prayer palms to heart center. Take a deep inhale, lift up. Stay for the exhale. Inhale to reach, extend that leg. Flex the toes. Exhale, bend. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Bring prayer palms to heart center, relax. And shake out the legs. We'll go to the other side easy today. Okay, so now we're going to root down to the left. Root down to the right. Inhale, lift the left. Again, you can always use the blocks too to help out with balance, to find that way. Pressing the heel, flexing the toe. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Extend, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Slowly relax that foot down. Bring prayer palms to heart center. Take a deep inhale. Reach the arms up. Cactus and open on your exhale. Inhale to reach. Find a forward fold on the exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, we're going to squat, tuck, and curl. So come, hips, toes, heels to the hips, up onto the toes, round through the back, tuck the chin. Now we're going to find a seat on your mat. Plant the feet onto the mat. Sit up close to the top of your mat. Take a deep inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, palms in front of you. Slowly begin to lower down. Tuck the tailbone, engage the core, lift up through the chest, and then relax. We're going to find bridge pose here. So bring the heels to the hips, extend the fingertips towards the heels. If they touch, that's good. If not, that's good. Knees are over my ankles. My knees are in line with the hips, not too wide. Okay? Shimmy the shoulder blades up underneath you. Palms can be placed down onto the mat. Inhale to lift the hips off the mat here. Keep the chin up, not tucking the chin, but lifting the chin and taking the chest to the chin. So really lifting up. Maybe you squeeze with the hands, the hips. Maybe you interlace and press the palms towards the feet. Maybe you come up onto the toes. Shoulders are relaxed onto the mat as you press through the hips. Squeeze the glutes. One more inhale. On your exhale, soften the heart. Lower the vertebrae down one at a time. Hips to the mat. Bring the knees, the left knee into the left armpit. We'll extend that leg, flex the toe. Then we're going to find a figure 4. Ankle over knee. Bring that shin to parallel. You can grab behind the thigh and pull it to you. Extend. And then we'll bring that down. Re-extend that left leg, let it fall down. Let's go to the other side. We'll take a deep inhale. Gather that right knee into the right armpit. Take a deep inhale. And an exhale. Take the ankle over that left knee. Maybe pressing the way to open up the hip space or finding that pull. Stay strong, deep inhale. And an exhale. Beautiful. Relax the hands down relax the feet down. Bring your knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Rock side to side. Take a deep inhale, fill up. And an exhale. Release. Beautiful. Roll over to one side into a fetal position. Take a moment here to place the top hand onto the mat. And then press up into a seated position as we begin to close out our practice here. We're going to take a breath together. So pranayama, so inhale, lift up through the chest on your inhale and expand, and then exhale, let it go. Again, let's fill up, deep inhale, and then exhale. Our pranayama practice is going to be Brahmari, or a humming breath. To do this breath, you're creating a vibration in the body, but also a calming breath that calms the nervous system. It regulates all of the systems and our energy. It's like throwing a temper tantrum, but calmly. So you're going to take your peace fingers, you're going to cover the eyes. Don't do it yet until I show you. Cover the eyes, cover the ears. You're going to plug the ears, you're going to take a deep inhale, expanding through the lungs. And then hum on your exhale. So everything is done with mouth closed. Inhale and exhale. We're going to do 3 rounds of that. And at the end of that, we're going to relax the hands down into your lap. I like the mudra where my left hand is on the bottom, right hand on the top, connecting the thumbs and relax. You can relax the hands up or down, or maybe touch the bottom. And we'll sit for a few moments in meditation. So let's begin. First, exhale. And do an inhale to 3 rounds of Brahmari. Inhale, fill up. And begin. Connect to your breath. Feel into the vibration of your breath. Allow it to be complete. Fill all the way up with energy and exhale. Cleanse and stay grounded here. Continue. Easy breath. Easy mind. We'll bring prayer palms to Heart Center, to Anjali Mudra. And as we make this connection, we make a connection to the nature of this world, where we are not separate from it. And our practice, the yoga practice, guides us back into that true nature, the true connection of everything that breathes. But we are not separate but one. I honor you in your journey, and I thank you for joining me. Thank you wherever you are. May you be at peace. May you always be protected. May we find peace and unconditional love with every inhale and every exhale. Join me tomorrow. Look around the YouTube channel or visit me at freewillyoga.org. I do these daily, and I encourage you to follow and subscribe and be at peace. And I bow to you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. See you tomorrow.